Hello, I'm Wendy, and this is Summer Bay Studio. I have to ask your indulgence today because I'm a little bit stuffy. I caught a cold over the weekend, which is kind of a rare thing for me. I almost never catch anything going by. And so I'm still kind of, nasal. Anyway, today I'm going to be working on my endless journal, which is a glue book. And a glue book, if you've watched any of my other videos, you'll know, is kind of like an old-fashioned scrapbook where you just glue in anything you like. The way I'm doing it is using themes and colorways and color coordination and design in order to bring together a really pleasing look. So let's begin. For this one, I'm starting with this page and doing the back of it because it's going to be a book that you flip over, and the binding is going to be done with these little things. And I've got this Happy Planner punch to put the holes in, but I haven't done that yet, and I don't think I'll do it. I did to a couple of them, and I think I'll just wait till I'm finished all of them before I do that. But I want to finish the back of this so that every page has something on it, because it's basically a picture book, not a journal, and every page will have lots of things on it to see. So for today, my intention is to use kind of earth tones, and I have this scrapbooking paper. Sorry for my huffing and puffing, but I'm having trouble breathing here. I have this pad that I got actually from a dollar store, and I thought I would choose one of these sort of brown, well, I guess they're not sort of, these brown themed papers. Oh, isn't that nice? It's so subtle. That's really pretty. I'm not a big fan of brown, to be honest. It's not one of my favorite colors. This is nice too. However, when it's done right, it can be so beautiful. And in this case, I know which one I want, and I know it's in here somewhere. This is nicely done as well, isn't it? I think I will start with this, although I'm not sure I want all that much white on it. Getting into the blues. This is a nice color combination, but it's not the one I'm going to be using. So I think I'm going to go with this one instead, because it's a little bit more subtle and the color is a little bit more, I guess, more vintage. Like when you think about something vintage, you get this kind of shade. So I'm going to use this one as a background. Here's a wayward feather. Don't know if I'll use that or not. Probably not, but... So now all I have to do is measure this and cut it. And to do that, I need to find my pencil. 4B. No, I don't want a 4B. When it comes to pencils, see how this one says 2H? And this one is 4B. In these kind of pencils, H is hard and B is soft. So the bigger the number, the softer, and the bigger the number, the harder on the H. So an HB is right in the middle. So that's your regular pencil like this. That doesn't say on it, but it's, the school pencil kind of thing. But these ones are drawing pencils, and some are soft and some are hard. And just to show you the difference, this is a bit of an aside, but there's the 2H. And there's the 4B, so you can tell how different the lead is on it. And I like to use the hard ones for making these kind of marks because they don't show as much. So I'll just make that one there, and let's see. Make sure I've got this lined up right. Make that one there, and then get my cutter. Alright, so I just have to line this up. Got my little line here. Place it on the cutting line. And I'm just going to cut the pieces right off instead of cutting them like this, because then I can use the scraps however I want to. And this one will go here like this. And I don't need this anymore. Okay, so I'm going to glue this on rather than use something like this matte gel, which I could use, but I'm just going to use this glue. Usually with this I have to clean out the little nozzle every time. It likes getting clogged up because it's so tiny. I'm gluing really very close to the edge on this. As close as I can get without running off the edge. Now I could do something different. I do have glue in here, which is I mixed with water. It's just a clear glue that is water soluble, and I just mixed it with water so that it would not be as thick, and I could use that one. However, I've already made this decision, so I'm keeping to it. So this will be my background. Now if I wanted to, I could just use all kinds of snippets and torn pieces and whatever for a background, but I decided on this one to just have almost like a wallpaper background. So this is the kind of wallpaper you might see in your grandma's house. That is from days gone by. And if you're in my age group, your grandma would have been, it's probably long gone by now, like mine are. And wallpaper was a big thing, I think, in the 1930s or something. Alright, so now what I want to do is I'm going to choose pieces that really make this almost monochrome, although I want to add one more color, and I decided that color is going to be this pink. So I pulled this one out, and I'm just going to pull out some pieces that work with this monochrome kind of theme, and then with the pops of pink. So I've got all of these. Those are sort of maybes. What have I got here? I found these in a magazine, but they're more gray. And I want to stay with that sort of soft look. And these ones will probably work. Yeah, I'm going to pull that out. That one will work. I think maybe some of those. Here's one. Two. Oh, there's quite a few in this part. I think I'll grab some of those. Those ones have colors I don't want. I don't know about those. I might come back to them. Now I've got all these ones, but I've already chosen that pink one. Here's something that will work. Just those soft colors again. And let me see. This little angry sparrow is a good example. And then, I don't know, maybe this pheasant. Looks like a pheasant tail. Okay, you guys, let go. I think there's too much color in that, more than I want. However, let's look at this one. I think that one works better. This one has a little bit too much yellow. I don't really want to veer off into yellow. I want to keep it really monotone with these wheat colors, I guess you could say. and then with some pops of pink. Now, I did see, wait a minute. Sorry for the sniffing. I've got some nice pink flowers in here. These soft ones. That one's nice. And that. And that has a lot of green on it. Ooh, that's pretty, isn't it? Do love pretty things, you know. Like, don't we all? I might even take one of these in pinks and just see. They might work. And then, of course, like, I don't want the pink to overpower. I want it to be primarily the browns. There's these. I have such a pile of stuff here, honestly. I tend to just like drop everything once I'm done, and then I have to come back and clean it all up. But because I was sick all weekend, or yeah, when did this come out? I was basically sick for 3 days. Like, I did something totally uncharacteristic, which was go back to bed in the morning and sleep for another 2 hours. And I did that a couple of times, so it's really kind of rare. Alright, so this is stuck down, and now I need to work on my designing. This is so pretty. I love that. Now the question is, do I want big pieces or small ones? See, those are nice together. This one is, I don't think so. I think it's kind of big for what I want. And I would only like one of these, and I think I'll take this one because it's got less black on it. Let's put it that way. However, we've got a bunch more here. Close up a Mickey. Some of these have more black. And then I think I like this Hotel Dauphin. And then I've got the letters. Oh, that's so cute. And unfortunately, some of these have this this perforation line across, because I took it from a block of scrapbooking paper. That one's nice too, like that. Oh, this is cute. Hat. All right. And these can be my rejects. Just put them over there. And I don't know about this, but you know what? I have this as well, which is a piece of paper from the altered book journal that I did, which, by the way, has been sold. And I'm quite thrilled about that, and so is the person who bought it. Alright, I'm not really sure how I'm going to put this together. So if you come to this kind of situation where it's like, I'm not really sure what I want to do here, be assured you're not alone. So I think, that's not the scissor I want. What I'll do is cut this. See, this is a scallop one. And I have to do it the right way, otherwise they come out backwards. Yeah, that's right. Not very straight, but not having very much success here with cutting straight today. However, yeah, that's really crooked. I think that'll do. Let's see if I can line this up. Oh, that's a bit better. Alright, there's that. So that's cute. Okay, I think what I'll do, and keeping in mind that it goes this way, not this way, and that the perforations are going to be on this side. So on this page, I have to remember not to put things too close to this edge. In that case, I can put this over here. Now, I'm going to distress this. Even though it already has a certain amount on there, I'm going to just add more to it so that it kind of evens it up and has the same color around it. And I'm using the Tim Holtz Distress Oxide Vintage Photo. Alright, let's just start somewhere. Sometimes you just have to start somewhere and then go, okay, well this works. And again, just a thin bead of glue around the edges and a little across the middle. That'll do. If you can hear my fan, that's because I get really hot under the lights here. So I have a little fan right here that I have to turn on sometimes, otherwise I just melt. Now this can go quite close to the edge because remember, the binding edge is going to be over here. So that one is down, and now as far as the flowers go, what happened to them all? Here they are. That's pretty. I'm just not sure here. I think this guy goes up here, and he has to go this way because these are, I think these are oats or something like that, and they fall this way. Let's see. Sometimes you just don't want everything to be so perfect. That's quite nice. I might even cut the green off there. But let me see. I think that is nice actually. Maybe that one. I might need to dig into more things. We'll see. But I think I'll start with this. Sometimes it's a good idea to design everything first and then just take a picture of what you want it to turn out like so you remember. Today I'm not doing that. I'm just kind of winging it. Okay, so let's put the Hotel Dauphin in here. I got a little blob of glue here. Okay, so this one is going to go. Just going to move it in a little bit because, again, the binding clipping. All right. I don't need that glue right there. So that's too big. That looks too something. That one's actually quite nice, but really this one is the winner. And normally I would say let's take this off because then it will stay more monochrome. But because of the shape here, it actually fits really well. So it stays. There we go. Just get this glue cleaned off again. And these ones I cut out by hand. I just found them, and just while I was watching TV in the evening, I would just get out my sharp scissors and cut things out, and I found it really enjoyable. Okay, I don't want that too close to the edge again, do I? Because otherwise the punch is going to punch holes in it. Okay, now I can see here that this one is a little bit unstuck. So we'll just put a little bit of glue on that one. Now then, where is everything else going to go? I've got a lot of square shapes here, except for that, which is not really what I want. And you know what? This, no matter what happens, I don't want that bright white edge on it. Because we're not after bright white today. I want monochrome and sort of earthy tones. Remember when earth tones were the thing? We had a house once that had avocado green siding. Now, I'll tell you right now, avocado green is not my favorite color. I think that works right there, doesn't it? Now about these little units here. I think that's really cute. I think I like the clock one best. However, and I think that's a good spot for it. But I do want some more amorphous shapes, not just these square edges. So I'm wondering if I could tear this and it would work. I have one of those tearing rulers, but it never seems to really do a good job. But I have a lot of these scissors. I'm going to try this one on a scrap. I guess this one will do. Yeah, I kind of like that. In fact, you know what I think I might do? Sorry about the sniffing. I think I will tear a piece of this off and put it behind that. So this one can go here. And then this little clock girl can go here. And then I'll put one of these on. Yeah, look at that. That looks so nice. Okay. All right, I'm going to distress this too. Okay. And this page is from, like I mentioned, the altered book journal that I created. And I kept a lot of the pages that I tore out because they're beautiful soft paper. And such a pretty color. They're just, I mean, they just look old because they are. The book was published in 1953 or something. And I can't remember exactly how I came by it, but I think it was on the bookshelves at my parents' place where I grew up. And things just got put somewhere and forgotten forever. And so I found it, oh gosh, probably 20 years ago. And brought it home and eventually read it, and it was kind of a funny old book. It was called A Station Wagon in Spain, about this guy who shipped his station wagon to Spain so he could travel around. It's kind of peculiar, funny idea, fun idea actually. All right, I like this. This is nice. I like the direction it's going, and you know, like I said, I'm not really a big fan of browns, but when you do it right and you get the coordination of the colors, they can be so pleasing. Several years ago, I was in Florida with my daughter, and we stayed at a hotel on Marathon Key? I think it was Marathon Key. And they had decorated the lobby in sort of a nautical theme. And it was so nice. I took pictures. I guess that should go right there. Let's see. So I was looking for the pictures the other day because my daughter mentioned it. It's like, remember that hotel in the Florida Keys? So I tried to find the pictures on my phone, and it was like, what happened? Where'd they go? Anyway, I'm going to have a really good look because I would like to do my living room like that. They had navy chairs and white wainscoting with beadboard or cut tongue and groove. I guess this thing goes this way. It says blue on it, but it's not blue. There, that's really nice, isn't it? I think so. Now I might as well stick this down before I do the bird. I'd really like to cut out some of that stuff, but it's a little too tedious, and I think it might make it just so fragile that it would be hard to stick down. I've done some of them like that, where they're, you know, cut around it so closely, and it looks wonderful, but you know, when you've got a little stem, like these little stems, they're so fragile that they're in danger of just breaking right off or tearing. Especially because you put glue on them, and the glue is wet, it's damp, and the dampness weakens the paper instantly. Just want to make sure I get all the little tail feathers and the twigs, and so I'm just going right off the edges here. A little bit in the middle there. So I don't want any little pieces flipping up. Oh, I guess I better do right along here. There we go. Sorry about my voice fading out, but I'm still a little bit croaky. Okay, I think that's nice that it overlaps this. And you always, inevitably, when you're doing a glue book, it involves a lot of glue, which gets on your fingers. Alright, now I want some small things, and let's see if this, that might work in there, just to pick up the pink again. But let me look at my tiny pieces. This is how I keep them. And there's another rose. I'm not sure I want that. That's a little too purple, I'd say. There's a little pink heart. That's one of my watercolors. Oh, that's too green. There's that. This is from my flower and twig embellishments, which you can find in my store. Got lots of sort of beigey things in here. That's nice. I could put that as a backdrop on something. Let's see. I think these are all a bit big. What's that one? It's got too much bright white in it. Those ones are kind of useful. We'll see. All right, let's have a look at these. All right, that's a discard already. That, I think, has too vibrant a color in it. That's too large. That works, but not necessarily right there. And then there's this, and if I cut around this, like this, just really close to the black edge here. And then it kind of works right there, doesn't it? Now, before I put that down, look at some of these. I picked out some of these butterflies the other day. That one's nice. And then there's this little dragonfly. Oh, that's so cute. I think it actually goes better over here. And that's nice. And then I have feathers. This is where I keep my butterflies. This is a moth, which is huge. And I've got a couple of feathers here. The color is pretty intense. It's actually not as... It works, but it's not as soft as I'd like it to be. And I've got some really big bugs here, like these ones. But underneath somewhere, there's little ones. Like that one. And that one. And a pink one. That's an idea. Alright, let's see what that turns out like. Okay, I'm going to go kind of monochrome. That one is the one, but it's so close to that. And then there's this one with the pink on it, which is, I think it's almost too intense. I like the gold, but it's such a dark color. I don't know. Does it overpower? I don't know. That one works a little bit better. And then there's this moth, which is way too gold. Oh, I can't think. Oh, too big. I want a little flower. I must have a small one somewhere. Anyway. Well, while I'm thinking about that, I'm going to trim around this guy so that he doesn't have so much white on him. And then I'll decide whether I want to use it or not. So it rained yesterday. It's hardly rained all summer here, which is highly unusual, as I live on the so-called wet coast of Canada. And we've had terrible forest fires in British Columbia. So bad that they've closed main highways because the fire was blowing over. And then of course the wind last week, the wind was terrible. It came up and lasted for a couple of days and filled our whole area with heavy smoke. And at the same time I caught a cold. So I'm not sure that the smoke had much to do with it. I kind of doubt it. But it sure didn't help. So I literally haven't been out of the house for days. However, well, mainly because I just felt too poorly. Yeah, I think that looks nicer. This one, I don't know. I think it's good, but it needs more color, which we can easily fix, I guess, with a crayon. And then there's this, which actually picks up that color. I'm going to trim this guy down as well. These were a set I found. They're just, punch out chip, or they're not chipboard. They're just cardstock, I guess. And there was a whole envelope full in different colors. So I've got blue and green ones, and I've got red ones or something, and I've got all these brown ones. And they're actually really nice, but they're not cut very close to the edges. So we can easily fix that, as you can see. Also, I'll distress around the edge so that it comes up a little browner, and I kind of obliterate all this bright white. Anyway, it rained yesterday, sort of off and on showery, and it's quite humid today, which is kind of more normal for where I live. And hopefully the rain has helped with the forest fires would be, what we need is a 3-day soaker where it just pours, because that would really make a difference. When I was growing up, I grew up on a farm on the prairies in Canada, and a 3-day rain was always so welcome, especially during certain times of the year, like the middle of summer when the crops were growing. And it never seemed to rain just for a day. It would rain for 3. That looks way better. Way, way better. I wonder if I should do this guy too. Let's wing it. Aha. It's a little hard to get into these corners, but I think it makes them stand out a little bit more. Yeah, it almost looks like tobacco color. All right, we don't need any of that stuff anymore. I'll just move that away a little bit. And then let's do this too. Why not? You know what's really amazing is how relaxing this is. I love making these videos because I love making these things. And just to be able to stand here and talk, it's like I'm talking to a friend, which I hope you consider yourself, and work on something calmly. I love calm. In fact, most people say I am a very calm person. I think that's probably true. In fact, I've been told for most of my life that I calm people down just because they're around me. To be honest, I really never get in a flap about anything. That needs to go up just a bit. That's kind of even. And then my little airmail thing. So if you're finding yourself stressed out, come and hang out with me for a while, and you'll probably feel calmer. My sister sent me the funniest thing the other day. I don't know if what she was doing, but she obviously was going through old photographs. And she sent me one of me by text when I was probably 8 years old. And I was standing with my back to a little tree, which I happen to know grew up to be about 50 feet high. And then died and got cut down. You know, we're talking a lot of years here. Anyway, there's a picture of me wearing my absolutely favorite red coat. Even though it was a black and white photo, I knew that it was my red coat because I remembered that one. I tend to remember my clothes because I like clothes. So anyway, I'm standing there, and there's a cat rubbing up against my legs, and another cat that was just walking away. And she said, "Cats always were attracted to you," which is, you know, totally crazy. Because to be honest, I'm not really a cat person. But cats sure like me. It's crazy. When I've been at someone's house that has a cat, the cat will go sniffing around to everybody and then hop up on me. And I'm like, oh, go away. Like I said, I don't hate cats. I'm just not a real cat person. I think I'll put a few more of these little units in here because they're so cute. No, I got more. Oh, let me see. Wait. No, these ones are browner. Some of them even have pictures on them. And like a paper clip. I don't want to overdo it. Let's see here. Actually, I think I like these ones the best already. Do I overlap? No, I think I just overlap this way. And that's the trick with figuring these things out. You just try it. It's like, do I like it there, or does it look better here? because there are no real rules, you can do whatever you please. It's your book, after all. I hope you're doing one. I'm taking some of my ideas. That would make me feel good. That's already stuck down, right? Okay. And I have to remember this is the binding edge, so we're not going to fill that in. Oops. Helps if you take the lid off, right? Let's just get this blob into the middle, and it won't come squirting out the side. In that little space. There. Now, does it need anything else? What do you think? If I hold it up, are there bare spaces that look obvious? Right here, kind of. I wonder. It's gonna go into my paint brushes. And I've got this teeny one here. And I bought this gold. Oh, here's an escaped butterfly. Bought this gold calligraphy ink. It's not paint. I did buy gold paint, but this is calligraphy ink. You know what? I don't think that's what I want. I had thought of putting something in here, but suddenly it doesn't feel right. So we'll just scrap that idea, and I want to find something tiny. Oh wait, the heart, the perfect little heart. Alright, I'm going to make it smaller, even smaller, so that it fits into that little spot there. A little bit better. Oh, let's see. Yeah, that works. Okay, let's distress the edges so it blends with the browns. Like this. And just glue it and pop it in there. So, come on, come up. Yes, that totally works. Yes, yes, yes. Okay, so here's the color scheme. This color, now what would you call it? Natural? No, natural is usually lighter. It's more like this. So that would be natural in there. It's not really beige because it's a little golder. Anyway, I don't know what we'll call it, but there it is. Makes such a beautiful background. Like I said, it's like your grandmother's wallpaper. And then pulling in the pinks here and the dragonflies, which frankly I kind of didn't notice. I should have, but it's right there. And the sparrow with his colors and the oats, and then the pinks again, just in spots. So you can see how it all balances with these. Everything else is kind of monochromatic, but then we've got these pops of pink and a little bit of green. The green doesn't shout so much, but the pink really shows up. So I hope you've enjoyed this. It's so much fun to do these things, and using old papers like this is just like, it adds something. In fact, it says, no, I didn't know at all. I didn't know all that. Well, there you go. I didn't know it all either. Please take a moment and subscribe to my channel and click the little bell so you get the notifications. You click the bell, then you click all, and I would love it if you would click the like button and leave a comment, because your comments really make my day. And I'll see you next time.